when a Brazilian couple discovered a trapped animal while they were out on a walk. One woman knew she had to do something. So, she approached a nearby cable guy to ask him for his ladder. Luckily, the man agreed to lend her his steps, and so, she embarked on an ambitious rescue attempt. The couple were enjoying a stroll down a stream in Navegantes, Brazil, when they noticed something that stopped them in their tracks. Beneath some undergrowth on the riverside, they noticed there was a trapped animal. Realizing their help was needed, the couple put their walk on hold and leaped into action. They decided the best thing to do would be to call the local fire department. However, they were told that firefighters were busy at another location. With no one able to come to their rescue, the woman decided she'd take matters into her own hands. With this in mind, she surveyed the surrounding area to see if there was anything she could use to aid her efforts. That's when she noticed a man working nearby. It turns out that the guy worked for a cable company and consequently was carrying a ladder. So, the woman approached the stranger to ask him a favor. She wanted to borrow his steps in her mission to save the stranded animal from the ditch. Surprisingly, the lady's request was not that unusual. That's because ladders have been used to great success in other similar animal rescue attempts. So, the woman was no doubt hopeful that she'd be able to bring the creature to safety. In 2015, footage of one such rescue mission emerged online. The video, filmed in a wintry Poland, shows a black dog clinging to an ice block in a frigid river. As the animal holds on for dear life, a group of firefighters lay their ladder onto the frozen water. From there, one fearless firefighter starts to creep down the ladder towards the whining dog. Once he reaches the end of the steps, he extends a hook towards the ailing animal. Somehow, he then manages to get hold of the pooch using its collar. Using all his strength, the brave firefighter starts to pull the dog out of the water and onto the ice. Before long, the canine is back onto the safety of dry land, much to the joy of the onlooking crowd, who break into impromptu applause. Back in Brazil, the cable guy agreed to hand his ladder over to the rescue mission. As a result, the lady wasted no time taking the steps and lowering them down into the stream. With her tool in place, she then makes her way down the ladder, one rung at a time. In video footage of the rescue, the woman stops climbing once she reaches the water level. From there, she leans forward to behind her steps, where she starts feeling around in the undergrowth. However, at this point you can't clearly see what the lady is attempting to grab. After poking around in the undergrowth for some time, the woman starts to move large chunks of shrubbery out of her way. With her path cleared, she continues to search the riverbank. But once again, she is unable to retrieve the animal in need. However, the would-be rescuer refuses to give up. Showing no regard for her own safety, she loosens her grip on the ladder and leans even further into the undergrowth. However, it seems she's still too far away to reach the trapped animal. Finally, the woman decides to risk everything by removing one foot from the ladder and stepping onto the riverbank so that she is now straddling the stream below. This action provokes shrieks of panic from the person filming the rescue attempt. However, the woman is determined in her efforts. She continues to motion towards the animal, encouraging it to come closer. But still, the concealed creature remains hidden in the foliage, refusing to show its face. If the animal wasn't going to come to her, the woman decided that she would have to go to it. So, she ditches her ladder completely and climbs into the ditch herself. From there, she is able to retrieve the animal and later emerges from the bushes with a little dog. With the dog tucked securely under her arm, the woman makes her way back to the ladder. She then proceeds to climb the steps back towards dry land. Once she reaches the top, she frees the animal onto a grass verge. Clearly panicked by its ordeal, the dog's first reaction is to run away when the woman lets it loose. However, once the animal has a few yards between itself and the group of humans that have gathered, it stops to look back at its rescuer. With the animal finally still, the lady and her companions try to beckon the dog towards them once more. However, the animal seems uncertain about approaching the group. Instead, it watches from a distance as the cable guy starts to pack up his ladder. With her good deed for the day completed, the dog's rescuer also makes plans to leave the scene. The dramatic video ends with the camera person climbing into a car. It's not known what became of the canine, however, thanks to the woman and her ladder, it lived to fight another day.